New features and upgrades, new builder base changes, new super troops and the Headhunter. Loot card changes and user interface improvements. Welcome fellow Clash addicts, this is Merlin of Indigo Dragons. The summer update has arrived and oh my goodness, there is so much to cover in this video. We're going to try and take you through all of the things that you need to know about the new update, all of the little changes and the big ones. So the first thing to say is we've got some new troops. We've got the new super troops and we've got a new dark elixir troop. So the super troops are the Inferno Dragon, that's a super version of the baby dragon. It's not like the baby dragon in terms of raging when it's on its own, but it does have a single inferno on its head, and that will ramp up damage from 75 to 1500 on my level, which is level 6, and it can be upgraded again. To upgrade it, we need to upgrade the baby dragon at Town Hall 13. Mine was previously maxed. And the witch, we don't need to upgrade the witch, but the super witch has a new special ability, a big boy skeleton that has a similar amount of hit points to a super giant and deals a massive 360 damage per second. Takes some getting rid of that big boy, and I've heard from our clan that that's probably their favourite of the new super troops, although I've gone for the Inferno Dragon. So we'll get that going and do some experimenting with that and see how we get on. I'll probably do another video, I think, which will look at the super troops in more detail, because there's so much to say about those as well and too much to cover all here. So we're just going to focus in this video on all of the changes in summary. So we have the super witch. And these are some clips from the official video from Clashofclans showing the new super troops. So if you haven't seen that, go and check that out on the Clashofclans channel. There's the Inferno Dragon, the focused Inferno beam, great for taking out those high hit point targets. Now in the shop there's some new offers in there. We've got the Clashy Constructs scenery, which I purchased, and we covered that in another video which has been really popular. I'll provide a link in a card right here, so you can go and check that out. That's what it looks like. There's some other offers in there as well. So there's Building Mania, which is a book of building and 3 builder potions, and there's the Clockwork Battle Pack as well, which has a clockwork sort of statue, a Rune of Dark Elixir, which you do need, and a Book of Heroes, which you do need even if you've maxed, because there's now 5 more levels on your King and Queen to upgrade to level 75 if you're Town Hall 13, and a Book of Fighting, which is useful if you want to upgrade that baby dragon, so that you can have the Inferno Dragon at max, or some of the other troops. There's quite a few upgrades on troops that we'll cover that in a second. So there we go, there's the Classy Construct scenery, and I say we covered this in more detail in another video which I've given you a link to, and there's some interesting things to find around that very detailed border we have for the new village scenery. And you can change scenery on your Town Hall. Now these are the upgrades, so I was pretty much maxed at Town Hall 13, but we can upgrade the cannon yet again. It had already been upgraded to be sort of themed with the Town Hall 13, but there's another level to go, so up to level 19. So there's cannons to do. There's the Dark Barracks, of course, which if we upgrade, we unlock the Headhunter, this new Dark Elixir troop that targets heroes that we've got. And that deals 108 damage per second. Also has like a poison spell to slow down troops. It will target heroes first and then other attacking troops. I should think that would be good in the clan castle for defense as well. But if you've tried that out, let us know. I've got my barracks upgrading. So we'll test that out and do a video, I think. And here's the king upgrading to level 71 in my village, but it goes up to 75 now, so he was 70 previously, and the queen upgrades as well up to 75 from 70, so that's another change. And I'm a bit gutted because I used all my I sold all my books of heroes and dark elixir potions. I didn't think I needed them, so how silly was that, eh? So ammo books of fighting from the reward pass and the previous clan games and everything. Just sold them for gems. Gutted. Right, so Grand Warden doesn't go up. What else have we got here? We've got new Spring Trap, which is a small extra really. So we can put that in somewhere in my base. Where should we put that? Somewhere near the town hall, I think. I have to upgrade a few levels to get it up to the same levels as the other ones. And we'll talk about Spring Traps in the builder base because there's some changes there. What else have we got here? Oh, well, the Wizard Towers are going to upgrade. I'll get that Spring Trap upgrading first. The Wizard Towers can go up another level. So let's take a look at that. That's over here. So that was maxed at Town Hall 13, but it'll go up one more time. Not quite 10% more though on the damage per second. So not quite as big an increase as we had when Town Hall 13 came out. A Wizard Tower is quite a big upgrade, that one. But it's a little extra. Now we can upgrade more walls. There's another 50 blocks of walls we can upgrade since the update. So the weird thing with Town Hall 13 is you couldn't upgrade all your walls to level 14, but they've increased the number that you can upgrade. So more walls to do. Now the Archer Tower doesn't go up, and neither does the Dark Elixir storage or any of the storages, in fact, or the collectors. So we had those upgraded a short time ago this year, and they're at max, so nothing to do there. Air defences don't go up, Eagle Artillery doesn't go up, Army Camps doesn't go up. I was hoping that Army Camps would do, never mind, but we can upgrade a lot of troops. So let's take a look. We can upgrade the Archer to level 9, and that's more than 10% upgrade in terms of damage per second. The Baby Dragon, that's just less than 10%, but it means we can have a max Inferno Dragon, so I'm going to get that one going. Now this is a big change. The lightning spell has been reduced to 1 housing space, and this means you can have an awful lot of them. With 3 or 4 you can take out an air defense, or you can take out an air sweeper, which can make a massive difference to air attacks. And if you've got 7 of them, with an earthquake spell you can take out a clan castle or an Eagle Artillery at max level. The clone spell's been upgraded as well. And let's have a look. We got the Golem. That upgrades again as not quite 10% increase in damage per second. But the Golemites go up. And the damage when destroyed goes up as well. So that's good. We've got the Lava Hound. Lava Hound, I think, is the biggest upgrade. This is more than 10% in damage per second. Plus we get an extra 2 spawned lava pups as well. So if you combine this with balloons and the lightning spell to take out some of those air defences or to take out those air sweepers, that's got to be a killer air attack. But also dragons are really powerful as well with those lightning spells. We can upgrade the siege machines, the wall wrecker and the stone slammer, and of course the battle blimp, all going up to level 4 from what they previously were maxed out at level 3. And we've already got the siege barracks up to level 4, so no increase in that one with this update. Now I've got to upgrade my queen, and I've got Book of Heroes and Dark Elixir from this reward pass this season, so let's get her up to 71. Hooray, there we are. I'm just going to head over to my town hall and see what magic items I've got. So I've got Rune of Elixir. We're going to use well, I don't actually think I need to use that yet because I've got 8 million. So let's go and have a look at this barracks then, shall we? The Dark Barracks, and get that upgrade, and that's 7.2 million. To unlock the Headhunter, I've got 10 days to wait for that. This is when I wish I hadn't got rid of that Book of Building. So let's take a look at some official footage from the Headhunter video in Clash of Clans. If you haven't watched this, go and check that out on the Clash of Clans channel. So the Headhunter's going to target heroes. Look at that. All those Headhunters taking out that poor old Grand Warden. And it's got a poison as well, so this is when the heroes are gone, it's going to move on to your troops. And it's poisoning that Inferno Dragon. Jumping over walls, nowhere's safe for those heroes. Now there's another useful feature. When you're doing a friendly attack, you don't have to use your army you've got or wait to train another one up. You can have a separate friendly army set up, which doesn't take any time to create. You just put in what you want and instantly you've got those troops Doesn't cost any elixir. You don't lose any resources or anything doing friendly attacks. So you can just try out different armies. That's a fantastic new development in the builder base. And I'm just speeding up this obliteration of poor old May Marian's base there. In the builder base, when you've done a friendly attack and you look at the clan chat, you will now see what the time left was, because you remember that in the last update the time matters. If you get the same percentage and stars each, then it comes down to who did it faster. In the builder base there's some changes as well. The crush has now been reduced from 3.5 tile radius down to 2 tile radius, so its damage isn't as far reaching, and the spring trap capacity is increased. Now whilst it's increased and the push traps also increased, the spring weight of the troops has also increased. On the Rage Barbarian, Sneaky Archer and the Bomber it's doubled, and with the Giant it's a little less than doubled. Now the other thing is the battle machine damage per second has gone up to 250. Now there's a number of other changes to the game which is aimed at those players that have perhaps been offline for a while coming back. So the loot cart has got some changes. It now accumulates loot over 90 days, and its capacity for generated from inactivity has been increased across the town hall levels, with new maximum capacity for resources generated. The maximum storage capacity for returned resources stolen in attacks has been increased on higher levels of town halls, town hall 11, 12, 13, and if you're town hall 13 it goes up to a whopping 2.6 million gold or elixir and 5.2 thousand dark elixir. Now another thing you'll notice when you come back to the game is a new welcome back screen giving you a little update of what you've been missing. And if you're a town hall that's maxed out, I was town hall 9 on my mini, when you upgrade you get a special boost. There's a lovely little graphic there, and the town hall's upgraded, so we get a hero boost of an extra 5 levels on all of our heroes, and this is temporarily for 5 days. We also get a power boost on our troops and spells to the maximum allowed by your laboratory. So get your laboratory upgraded first. Double the resource production for 5 days as well, just to help you out with those new buildings and upgrades. And star bonus earned from winning multiplayer attacks gives you 4 times rewards for that first 5 days. So I'm upgrading my Town Hall 9 account, which is pretty much maxed apart from the heroes. So that little hero boost is going to help me, and I've got so much to do here. So we're going to put some of these new buildings down. New Expo, Bomb Tower, Archer. We'll get those down. Some of those new ones like the Cannon and the Archer don't take any time at all to upgrade those first few levels. So I might as well get those done. We also need to think about getting the laboratory upgraded. And maybe get some troops upgrading, because I've got quite a lot of loot and some runes. So let's see what we've got here. Just get that Archer tower down, and we'll get the cannon down as well. Let's just find that one. We've got some new traps, giant bomb, air bombs, lots of stuff to do at Town Hall 10. When I was doing my main account, Town Hall 10 I found really exciting, so I'm quite looking forward to reliving that on my Town Hall 9. And with those boosts, I should think it's going to be even more fun upgrading this account. Plus I'm going to get miners at Town Hall 10. So let's see what we got. So I got the laboratory upgraded. So now all my troops are boosted up to the max for this new laboratory level. But I'm going to get the P.E.K.K.A going anyway, because I'll be using some go wipe strategies, I think, at Town Hall 10, or go bow wipe. Now we can get the bowler, and we'll get that P.E.K.K.A upgraded. It goes up 2 levels as well, so that's great as well, isn't it? At Town Hall 10, and I've got lots of magic items here, so I need to use some of those up. We'll use the rune of elixir, and what are we going to spend that on? We need to do some of the spell factories, I think. Now I might have to gem those, because if I upgrade the spell factories, I have a few more spell storage space as well, and we can upgrade the freeze, I think. Well, I've got the bat spell will be unlocked and the skeleton spell. So let's take a look at a Town Hall 13 attack using the Inferno Dragon and Super troop, and I've got some electro dragons and 6 balloons. Starting off with the Electro Dragons just to clear out some of the defences on this bottom corner here. I'm trying to get to that Eagle Artillery, so I'm trying to be careful not to drop too many troops which will trigger that Eagle Artillery. And now that we cleared that, I should be able to send some Inferno Dragons and another Electro Dragon in to sort out that Eagle Artillery. So I'm going to freeze those Expos so they don't do too much more damage on those Electro Dragons. And here come the Inferno Dragons, the new super troop in the new update. And there they go with their Infernos on their head, single Inferno ramping up, and it takes out those Expos very quickly. And now onto the Eagle Artillery, which stands no chance against these Inferno Dragons. And you see a few more coming in at the side of the screen there. Unfortunately, Wizard took them out fairly quickly in the air defense, so they did their job. Now I've got my main attack coming in on the right hand side. We used a Stone Slammer to break the heroes in, and there's all the balloons there. I did want the balloons to head over to the town hall really, and I messed up a bit because there's a multi-inferno there. Send in the bat wave which takes out that multi-inferno, but all of that multi-inferno on the town hall itself has done some damage to my bats, and the freeze wasn't properly timed there. But nevertheless, we've still got cloned balloons moving through the base, and we've still got the Electro Wizard and the heroes going. Electro Wizard, Electro Dragon going, and the heroes taking out those last defences there. So easily ploughed through that base, worked very nicely indeed. So the Electro Dragons and the Inferno took out that Eagle Artillery before it could do much damage to my troops, and that was a nice 3-star attack. Could have done it better, but nevertheless we can't complain. At 3 stars and 100% there. Now, one of the more subtle changes in the update you might not have noticed is an update to some of the graphics and the lighting effects and reflective effects on metallic parts of the base and the heroes in particular. So this is a before and after photo showing the Gladiator Queen skin, and even the altar looked more refined, I think. So if we look at all the skins, it's the ones that have got metallic bits on them particularly that have been improved. So there's the Barbarian King there, and look how shiny this Gladiator King is. Much shinier than he was before. Really looks more metallic than it did before. Nice job on that, Supercell. And the P.E.K.K.A. King, which is one of my favourites, and he's got lots of shiny bits on him, so he's looking a lot better in this update. And then you've got the Skeleton King. He's got a few shiny bits, and he's got a sort of chainmail skirt there, and his crown's shinier as well, isn't it? Not too much change on the Jolly King. I think his sword looks a bit nicer than it did before, and certainly, actually, look at his glove. Not really any change on the Primal King because he's not got a lot of metal on him. The Clockwork King, it still doesn't look that great to me, but he is shiny, so that's nice. Anyway, now let's take a look at the Queen and some of the Queen skins. So here we've got the Clockwork Queen skin, and the original Queen skin, her helmet, her crown's more shiny. The Gladiator Queen was shiny. Look how shiny that is. I love the Gladiator Queen even more now. That's great. Valkyrie Queen, a nice bit of reflection on her headwear there. And the same on the Autumn Queen, she's got a bit more shiny. Most of her outfit isn't really changed, but she's got these sort of shiny cuffs. And the Ice Queen there, I haven't noticed too much of a change with her. And then the Warrior Queen skin, I think this is my favourite. Looking a lot more shiny there. Nice job. And the Primal Queen, not much change, not a lot of metallic bits. So it's particularly, there's a sort of shiny metallic that you'll notice has improved, and on the Clockwork Queen as well. So there we go, there's the changes. Now let's take a look at the Grand Warden and see what changes we've got on the graphics there. So I just put my Queen altar back in place. Look at the Grand Warden. So not much change on the Primal Warden. The normal Grand Warden, I don't think that's changed too much really. But look at the party warden. All that bling is even more shiny and blingy. And look at his cape. There's a that's really, really shiny on his cape there. And his medallion, of course. Not the primal warden, but the clockwork warden. Let's take a look at that. So a bit more shiny on that Tesla bit. And a bit more shiny on the metallic bit. So there we go. Some improvements in the graphics there. Now here's a list of the additional game changes. So there's some changes to save and donation requests, now also including troop spells and siege machines and season challenges. The troop based attacks have been rebalanced to fit with your clan castle for Town Hall 9 upwards, so you can actually do some of those challenges. Some AI improvements as well on the ground warden and air mines, stopping them travelling across the screen to chase a troop that's already destroyed. And troops exiting the jump spell don't retarget, so they don't end up going backwards and forwards and jumping and retarget. The scatter shot now runs out of ammunition, a bit like the Expo and the Inferno, and its attack speed's reduced from 3 seconds to 3.036 seconds. Are we going to notice that? I don't think so. Wallwrecker pathing has been improved, so it used to sort of wiggle around and do funny things. That should have been sorted out. And there's some user interface changes as well. A few of those we've already looked at, like the time left added in the build brace friendly clan chat entries. And there's a change to prevent the opening of a war screen during Clan War League if you're not at least Elder. If you like to do the 1 gem donation, then there's good news that you can donate the normal version of the troop even when you've enabled the super troop version. That really annoyed me, so that's good that's changed. They've added an active creator boost pop-up in the shop and a sound effect when the ground warden goes from air to ground. I'm going to demonstrate that in a minute because that's quite funny. And we can show the number of unseen offers in the treasure tab and in the offer tab in the shop. So here's the ground warden changing from ground to air. This is one of the tiny little changes in this update, but it's a bit of fun. So I hope you enjoy this. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.